CBI team officials have reached Sandesh Khali to investigate the case against Sheikh Shah Jahan. CBI currently investigating the matter, a case of attack on ED officials. Sheikh Shah Jahan's men, in fact, on the orders of Sheikh Shah Jahan, managed to assault ED officers. The team there at that point had to literally flee from the spot. In fact, several vehicles there of the ED officers were also vandalized. Now, the team has finally visited Sheikh Shah Jahan's residence in PDS scam as well. At that point, they were investigating the PDS case. And here, now, while the CBI team officials reaching Sandesh Khali, they're all set to investigate this case, particularly on the ED assault on Sheikh Shah Jahan. Let me quickly cut across to Indrajit joining us live for more on that. Indrajit, give us more details. Sheikh Shah Jahan probe has been handed over to the CBI. We believe that CBI has reached Sandesh Khali to investigate the ED assault. What are they looking to investigate in that village?
Well, that's right, Nabila. The CBI has finally reached Sandesh Khali. Remember, this comes about 1.5 months after initially an ED team had reached Sandesh Khali to raid the premises of TMC strongman Sheikh Shah Jahan in January, following which they had to face a brutal assault by locals, allegedly at the behest of Sheikh Shah Jahan himself. Now that Sheikh Shah Jahan has been arrested and his custody has been transferred to the CBI day before yesterday in Kolkata, CBI team has reached Sandesh Khali at Sheikh Shah Jahan's residence. So they will be probing the attack on the ED team, and also they're also probing the ration scam. So it's a double whammy now. Now that Sheikh Shah Jahan's custody has been transferred to the CBI, so the central agencies are not just probing the angle of the attack on ED officers, but also Sheikh Shah Jahan's locus standi and his connections to the entire ration scam. Because remember, initially when the ED went to raid Sheikh Shah Jahan's scam, but they couldn't raid his residence then. They had to come back empty-handed after being assaulted by locals there. So now that Sheikh Shah Jahan has been arrested, that case has also been reopened. That investigation is underway, and investigation into the attack on ED officials is also being conducted. Very, very significant that after Sheikh Shah Jahan's arrest, this is the first time that central investigating agency officers have visited Sandesh Khali, and they will now be raiding the premises of Sheikh Shah Jahan.
Now, what we know is that currently the CBI is investigating the assault on ED officers. But do we know if they're going to be looking at, as the case progresses, will the CBI also be looking at sexual assault complaints that the women of Sandesh Khali have raised? Because they're going into the same village where victims are waiting for justice.
Well, look, the investigation can only happen through a proper channel. This CBI investigation is happening after the Calcutta High Court transferred the case to the CBI. This pertains to the fact that there was a FIR that was registered after complaint by ED officers after they were assaulted in Sandesh Khali, allegedly at the behest of Sheikh Shah Jahan's men. So therefore, this is a specific case for which the investigation is underway. And the ED officers had visited Sheikh Shah Jahan's residence way back in January to conduct an investigation into the Bengal ration scam. So therefore, these are the two things that the central probe agencies, the CBI, is now probing right away. At this point in time, it is only the West Bengal police and the CID which is probing the allegations of sexual abuse because there are specific FIRs that have now been lodged with the West Bengal police. That case has not been transferred to the central agency right now. So clearly, the CBI is not empowered right now to deal with the allegations of sexual harassment.
All right, tell us more on the TMC government and their reaction on this, Indrajit. We know that Mamata Banerjee has also met with some of the women of Sandesh Khali. We believe that she has assured them that investigation will be thorough and justice will be brought to them. But nonetheless, the fact that the TMC resisted a CBI probe, they're still resisting it. They approached Supreme Court. That all the way that they went to actually stop the case from being transferred to the CBI. They say there are protocols. I agree with that. But the fact is that there are heinous allegations against Sheikh Shah Jahan, and many of them.
Well, look, the allegations of sexual abuse are not directly against Sheikh Shah Jahan. At least on record, there are no complaints. The complaints are against his aides, like Shibu Sardar and Uttam Hajra and all these people. They have already been arrested. The allegations against Sheikh Shah Jahan are, of course, that of, land grab and extortion. So there are specific cases that are being investigated. As I said, the sexual assault angle is being probed by the West Bengal police of the CID against some of the close aides of Sheikh Shah Jahan. On the other hand, the central agencies at this point in time are probing the corruption allegations, especially the ration scam, and the fact that there was an orchestrated attack on ED officials who went there in January to probe the ration scam. As far as the Trinamool Congress government's response is concerned, we've seen how yesterday Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee at her rally in Kolkata once again raked up the Sandesh Khali issue. The Trinamool on its side is continuously saying that there are some cases which seem like fabricated, however not all, and therefore a special investigation team comprising of women police officers have been formed to verify those cases. The Trinamool Congress government has also gone to the Supreme Court to continue with the custody of Sheikh Shah Jahan, but there wasn't much of a reprieve that came in because the Supreme Court did not take the case. The case finally came back to the Calcutta High Court, which clearly stated the custody of Sheikh Shah Jahan will have to be given to the central probe agencies. That has now happened, and the central agencies are conducting their probe.
Well, the visuals that we have here, Indrajit, as we see on our television, live shots of the CBI taking Sheikh Shah Jahan to a hospital, his medical tests that are currently being conducted. So what's the procedure now? How many days does the CBI have custody of Sheikh Shah Jahan? And you're saying the specific probe is only the ED assault case is what they're probing, nothing else?
Well, that's right. The ED assault case and the ration scam, it's been continuing. The investigation into the ration scam has been continuing. The CBI is conducting that, and the ED is looking at the money laundering aspect of that same case, and therefore that investigation is also underway. Look, as far as Sheikh Shah Jahan's custody is concerned, the court had initially granted 10 days custody to the West Bengal police, and then the Calcutta High Court, the lower court had granted 10 days custody. It was the Bashirhat court. And then the Calcutta High Court transferred the case to the CBI, which means the CBI still have 2 or 3 days more custody left, following which Sheikh Shah Jahan will be produced before a special CBI court in Kolkata. And we'll have to wait and see as to how many days the CBI seeks custody. I'm sure they will seek another 14 days custody of Sheikh Shah Jahan.
All right, so it's likely his custody could be extended. Indrajit giving us a lot more insights into the story. Thanks, Indrajit, for joining us.